Good evening, everyone. I wanted to come on here tonight and really go over some of the things that we talked about tonight at the celebration of light that we had out at North Topsail Shores Baptist Church in Sneads Ferry tonight. Had a great turnout, but I did do a live video right before we started the event, or as the event had just begun. But some of the content that I had in there, I really wanted to make sure that our listeners heard, because sometimes I think I get concerned that maybe that sometimes our listeners that might want to just listen to what our Monday through Friday and not have a church home of their own. The Bible says in Hebrews that we should not forsake the gathering of ourselves together. So as you've heard Pastor Will and I multiple times on the podcast, I'm sure he said it a few times on Fridays, I've said it a few times on Mondays, we highly encourage you guys to have your own home church. He actually goes to North Topsail Shores Baptist Church, and I attend Living Hope Baptist Church or Living Hope Community Church in Jacksonville. So we both attend church, and we do this as a supplemental. So the one thing I put on our board tonight out there, and I made sure I discussed with everybody that came by our table, is that we are a supplemental ministry. And as a burst of light that I want to give us today, and that was kind of I was trying to give out there with the live video, is I want to look at 2 Peter chapter 1, looking at verses especially 5 through 7. And it says, "For this very reason, make every effort to supplement your faith with virtue, and with virtue with knowledge, and knowledge with self-control, and self-control with steadfastness, and steadfastness with godliness, godliness with brotherly affection, and brotherly affection with love." So we both highly encourage you all the time, and we'll keep doing that throughout our ministry, to encourage you to find a church home for Sundays, somewhere where you can go and fellowship with other believers, other like-minded believers. But what we want to do in Midnight Ministries and in Bonfire Church is we want to be a supplemental ministry. We want to do what we can to make sure we can enable you to make every effort to supplement your faith. So we highly encourage you guys to find a church home for Sunday mornings, and maybe even Wednesday nights or Sunday nights, but find a church home to go to fellowship with other believers. But the purpose for our ministry, the purpose for Bonfire Church, and the purpose for Midnight Ministries is a supplement. It's to supplement your faith. Pastor Will and I went back and forth a couple of times today. I tried to bring up creatine for your faith, and he brought up protein for your faith. I think he even brought up steroids for your faith. But the real thing we want to make sure we get across is that we are a supplement for your faith. That we want to go give you some spiritual nourishment Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as well as the spiritual nourishment you get from your church home on Sundays. So I wanted to hop on here tonight, do a real quick recording, and kind of get this out to you guys. If you caught the live video tonight, you could listen carefully, and you caught a lot of what I'm saying here. But I wanted to make sure that gets across that while we do want to do everything we can to get as much biblical content out there for you guys, we want to make sure that you understand that we are a supplemental ministry, and we really want to help feed your faith and nourish your faith. So join us we have Mondays, as you've seen already. We have Monday devotions with myself. We have Wednesday podcast with myself and Pastor Will, and then we have a midnight devotion every Friday night with Pastor Will. So by all means, we do want you guys to come on our site. We want you to listen to our content. We want you to listen to the Word, and we want to get as much Bible as we can out there each week to feed your spirit, to nourish your spirit. But don't let us replace your Sunday morning fellowship with other believers. Love you guys, and we'll see you later this week.